guys? Ryan here, coming at you with another video. Gonna be going over my Draftkings lineup that I'm gonna be playing this week, probably, unless I do some minor tweaking. But so far, this is who I'm really digging this week. So this is the second time I've actually recorded this video. Something happened in the first time, and something went wrong. So now I'm going back and redoing it. So I'm gonna make it a little shorter, probably because I'm running short on time because I have to do something. But quarterback, really looking into Gardner Minshew, just for the fact that he's going to be facing New Orleans, who's really bad against quarterbacks this year. He can run, not really making my lineup decision around that. I just feel like it's going to be a competitive game. I feel like he can throw for over 250 yards and a touchdown or two. I feel like it's going to be competitive. I feel like he just makes a lot of sense how cheap he is. You can pay up anywhere or elsewhere. So I'm going to go Gardner Minshew on my lineup. Going to go ahead and probably end up playing Le'Veon Bell. Just the fact that he's by far the three-down back of this team. Ty Montgomery really hasn't done much outside. And Darnold's finally back. And week one was the only one that they had Darnold healthy. And you saw what he did, 60 yards on the ground. 6 catches, 32 yards, and a touchdown. I feel like 20 points is not out of the picture for Le'Veon Bell, especially versus the Cowboys, who just got thrashed last week by Aaron Jones and the Packers. So I'm going to be playing Le'Veon Bell. Just the fact that I feel like he's going to get volume, and I feel like they're going to be needing him in the passing game a lot because it should be a pretty competitive game. So I'm going to be playing Le'Veon Bell. Love Chris Carson. Just the fact that Cleveland last week, you saw what Matt Breida did against them. Matt Breida and Tevin Coleman. They tore up the Cleveland Browns. So I'm going to go ahead and play Chris Carson. He's been getting volume, 27, 22, 100 yards over the last 2 weeks. 20 points not out of the picture. I feel like he can get a touchdown or two. I feel like he's going to be using the target. Excuse me. He's been in the passing game as well. I feel like he's going to be used a lot. So give me Chris Carson. Wide receivers, really liking Cooper Kupp. It's just the fact that he costs so much. But it makes sense because he's with Todd Gurley out now. They're going to need those extra targets to go somewhere. And Cooper Kupp, I mean, he's been getting tons of targets from Jared Goff. He's Jared Goff's safety net. And I know he hasn't been scoring touchdowns. I guess he has. Never mind. That's my bad. 2 touchdowns. I was looking over here for some reason. He had a touchdown last week, touchdown the week before. I mean, Cooper Kupp makes a lot of sense. I will not be playing him probably just the fact that he costs so much, and the San Francisco's defense is really good. So I'm going to be probably going down to Thielen just for the fact that he's facing Philadelphia, who has a really good rush defense, but really bad passing defense. And I feel like Thielen, since he told Kirk Cousins to get him some more targets, he's been 130 yards last week, 8 targets. I might end up going back to Cooper Kupp, but that's kind of my toss-up right now, either between Thielen and Kupp. But I really like Tyler Boyd, how cheap he is. He's going to be getting targets. Baltimore really hasn't shown me much lately that they're actually a good defense. They've been giving up a lot of passing yards lately. So I'm going to be playing Tyler Boyd. Terry McLaurin, just the fact that Case Keenum is back as a quarterback. By far, Case Keenum's favorite target. 7 targets, 9 targets in the first, and then 8 targets versus the Bears. And then Case Keenum got hurt and left last week versus New England. He still got 7 targets, but that was with Colt McCoy as quarterback. Case Keenum really relies on Terry McLaurin, and I can see him getting in the end zone at least once in this game versus a bad Miami team. Austin Hooper, can't go wrong with Austin Hooper with versus Arizona. I feel like he's going to be used a lot. A lot of people are going to have him on their rosters, but I'm going to join him and have him on mine. Defense, I like the Vikings defense just for the fact that I don't really like to pay up for defenses, really. The Vikings defense has been pretty solid lately. 4 sacks, 1 sack, 4 sacks, 2 sacks. They're home versus Philadelphia. And really, the Philadelphia has not done much. If you look at the stats, like Carson Wentz, last week threw for 189 yards. The week before that, 160. Like, he's not been throwing the ball a lot at all. And I think they're relying on the passing game because Miles Sanders and Jordan Howard are not, like, very good running backs. So I feel like that game has a chance for the Vikings to do well. If that's the case, I like the Vikings defense and going off of Thielen because they're going to try to run the ball with Dalvin Cook. But Cooper Kupp is just going to be I mean, you know Cooper Kupp's going to get his targets. So that might be my decision on changing that. Flex, I had Zach Ertz before, but if I play Minnesota's defense, I'm not going to want to play Zach Ertz. I mean, he's a safety net for Carson Wentz as well. He's gonna get his points and get his catches. But if I go off of Thielen and go Cooper Kupp, that leaves me with 5,600. Might go with a Michael Gallup versus the Jets. I feel like Randall Cobb, I think, is questionable. I think he's going to play, but Michael Gallup's been getting tons of targets versus, I mean, when he does play, he's been getting tons of targets. He's by far the number 2. Put Cobb back in the slot, probably. Mixon versus Baltimore kind of makes sense. I got Tyler Boyd, though, so I'm probably not going to be playing that. Shark's going to have Lattimore on him, so if anything, I'm going to go D.D. Westbrook, but he's down there, so I have money to spend. Might end up just going with... I did not expect to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and toss in... I'm going to go ahead and toss in Cortland Sutton probably on my roster. I know I have $600 extra dollars. But, or Jarvis Landry. He's been getting targets. I don't even know. I'm not sure about this one. It kind of all depends also on if Tyreek Hill doesn't play. I might want to go with a McCole Hardman. Just the fact that if Sammy Watkins is out too, who all the passes going to go towards, you know? So that could make sense. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to just go ahead and toss in Cortland Sutton, because he's been by far Joe Flacco's favorite target the last. I mean, the lowest game he's gotten is 7 targets. So I could see him blowing up. It should be a competitive game versus Denver. If Denver, the weather is cold, I might just toss in Ertz. For the sake of this lineup, I'm just gonna toss in Ertz, but that'll allow you with the Vikings to go elsewhere. You can go up to the Browns, Dolphins if you dare, 49ers if you dare, versus Jared Goff at home. Might just go Vikings and just against Ertz. But the Vikings can still a good game, and Ertz can still have a good game. So I'm just going to go with that for the sake of this roster in this video. Minshew, Bell, Carson, Boyd, McLaurin, Kupp, Hooper, Ertz, Vikings D. Thanks, guys. Have a good week. Hope you cash. See you back on Monday.